These details about the crash of Germanwings 9525 will shock you. Aviation makes long-distance travel simpler by allowing passengers to cover greater distances in a shorter amount of time by flying to their destination. Despite these benefits, flying can occasionally put your life in danger. On March 24, 2015, Flight 9525 of Germanwings was a regularly scheduled international passenger flight that departed from Barcelona El Prat Airport in Spain and arrived at Dusseldorf Airport in Germany. The low-cost airline Germanwings, which is owned by the larger German airline Lufthansa, was the one who flew the passengers on this flight. But who knew that this flight was all set to go down in the French Alps, around 100 kilometers northwest of Nice? Sounding scary? Yes, this crash is still a mystery for many. But don't worry, today's video is the answer to every mystery, so watch until the end. The fatal flaws. French and German prosecutors allege that Andreas Lubitz, the co-pilot, purposefully caused the catastrophe. Bryce Robin said that Lubitz was pleasant to Captain Sondenheimer at the start of the trip, but curt when he started the mid-flight briefing on the landing. Robin said Lubitz shut the cockpit door as the captain exited to use the lavatory. The captain's door was coded, but the pilot could disable the lock's code panel. After slamming and knocking, the captain tried the intercom again. After the September 11th attacks, the cockpit door was reinforced. The co-pilot did not react to Marseille Air traffic control questions or send a distress call during descent. Robin stated the cockpit voice recording heard the air traffic control tower, the captain's attempts to break in, and Lubitz's regular breathing. The recording also captured passenger screams before impact. How did German pilot Lubitz lose control of Flight 9525? Andreas Lubitz, the co-pilot, intentionally caused the crash. His doctor had declared him unfit to work due to his suicidal tendencies. Lubitz continued working without telling his employer. After cruise altitude, the captain sealed the cockpit door and began a controlled descent until the aircraft hit a mountainside. He left the cockpit. Aviation authorities swiftly implemented new recommendations from the European Union Aviation Safety Agency that require 2 authorized personnel in the cockpit at all times, but by 2017, Germanwings and other German airlines had dropped the rule. The destruction. The Lubitz family held a press conference in March 2017 at which Lubitz's father said that they did not accept the official investigative findings that his son deliberately caused the crash. As of February 2017, Lufthansa had paid 75,000 euros to the family of every victim, as well as 10,000 euros in pain and suffering compensation to every close relative of a victim. The European Union's new aviation regulations. The new recommendations from the EU Aviation Safety Agency were quickly implemented by the aviation authorities, and they mandated that there be always at least 2 authorized personnel present in the cockpit. However, by 2017, Germanwings and other German airlines had abandoned this requirement. During the aircraft's final flight, there were 144 passengers on board in addition to 6 crew members. That would be 2 pilots and 4 members of the cabin crew, from a minimum of 18 different countries, the majority of which are Germany and Spain. The fact that some passengers held citizenship in more than one country complicated the counting process. The pilots of German Flight 9525 just before it crashed. The flight was piloted by 34-year-old Captain Patrick Sondenheimer. Over his career, he flew Airbus A320s for Germanwings, Lufthansa, and Condor, logging 3,811 hours. Andreas Lubitz, age 27, was co-pilot. In September 2013, he joined Germanwings with 630 flying hours and 540 on the Airbus A320. Who was on the flight? The final flight had 144 passengers and 6 crew, 2 pilots and 4 members of the cabin crew. 18 countries, mostly Germany and Spain, and passengers with dual citizenship made counting difficult. Haltern Mayor Bodo Klimpel called it the saddest day in town when it happened. The flight included Deutsche Oper am Rhein singers Oleg Brejak and Maria Radner. Radner sang contralto, Brejak bass baritone. Investigation. The French BEA and German FBA investigated the crash. The FBI supported Arnaud Desjardins' BEA investigation. 7 BEA investigators and Airbus and CFM international representatives visited the crash site hours afterwards. The investigators examined the damaged but working cockpit voice recorder discovered by rescuers. The following week, Marseille government prosecutor Bryce Robin retrieved the flight data recorder, which was charred but functional. 150 DNA samples were compared to victims' relatives. Share your thoughts on how you felt when you first heard about the accident below. Please subscribe to our channel for more great content like this.